Sometimes you need to get knocked down before you can really figure out what your fight is and how you need to fight it. Sometimes you need to feel the pain and sting of defeat to activate the real passion and purpose that God predestined inside of you. God says in Jeremiah, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Hear me well on this day. This day when you have reached the hilltop and you are deciding on next jobs, next steps, careers, further education. You would rather find purpose than a job or a career. Purpose crosses disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. When God has something for you, it doesn't matter who stands against it. If it's meant for you, God will move someone that's holding you back away from a door and put someone there who will open it for you. I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Press on with pride and press on with purpose and appreciate what God has brought you through.
I came home from the road. This is not long ago. I've been gone for, if you can picture, I was gone for weeks and weeks. And when I came back, nobody was home. Now, one person in my family thought that maybe I'd like to see them when I got back. Like, they knew when I was coming back, but they just weren't home. And that was a wake-up call. You know, like when my kids were little, and the tour bus would pull up to the house, these motherfuckers would spill out. Dad is home, hooray! And they'd hug me and kiss me, and then as the years went on, they'd get less interested. Hey everybody, look, it's Mr. Promises back from the road. But an empty house, that's some cold shit. And I went into my oldest son's room. I was like, hello, hello. He was gone. And I'd never done this to him before, but for some reason I just did it. I just looked through his shit. Just to see who this motherfucker was becoming. And I found these notebooks and I started going through the notebooks and there was all this wonderful poetry in them.
Open the door, close the door, I am so confused.
Written in his handwriting. I didn't even know this wrote poems. And then I looked through his drawers and I opened up his drawer and I found this rolling paper. And I looked down at them papers like, oh, that's where that poetry's coming from. And that broke my heart. I mean, I smoked weed, but I mourned my son's innocence. And I cried a little bit. And I took his papers upstairs to my room. Rolled some weed that I'd hid from the family. And I got really high. And then I got paranoid. So I put his papers back how I found them. So he wouldn't know what I was up to. Won't even know that that happened until he sees the special. Yeah, I found your papers.
Whoa, I want you to put it out, put some respect on it. Listen, when you say my name, put some respect on it. I ain't playing with y'all, put some respect on it. And I ain't gonna say it, and I ain't gonna say it no more. Listen, now I could've pulled up, put some respect on it. But that ain't gay, put some respect on it. I wanna look in your face, put some respect on it. I ain't gonna say, and I ain't gonna say it no more. Oh, are we finished? Put some respect on it. Or is we done? Oh, put some respect on it. Ah, oh, 3 of y'all, put some respect on it. And I ain't gonna say it, and I ain't gonna say it no more.
Man, our partners at BetOnline continue to be the #1 source for all your betting needs and sports info. Hey, this everybody, it's Lloyd Spence, and listen, you can find all the latest sports developments, including updated odds on the NBA playoffs, fights, and even next season's futures. And don't forget that the Major League Baseball is back as well. Who are you picking to win the World Series? Man, I got the Braves, man. I feel like they're going back to back. Because BetOnline is your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas, casino, and poker games. It's super easy to get started. So head on to the website today and use your mobile device to join and use your promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Go on over to BetOnline. It's where the game starts. And tell them the Noisemaker said.
Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah.
Can I make you move now? Yes, I can. So you can get this move in a bag of a can. But you make it round the world when it holds in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. The Popcorn World.
What's that saying? Breaking down the rumors and smelling out. Speaking for the people who must go around. Taking truth to power with a whisper and a shout. We're talking noise. Oh yeah, talking noise. Hey yeah, say it again, say we're talking noise. Yeah, talking noise. Really don't have to fool around. Never noise keeps us under. When truth divine, the sound that you hear is a sign of success. We're talking noise. Oh yeah, talking noise. Yeah, picking up all the same. We're talking noise. Oh yeah. Talking noise. Say it again. We're talking noise.
Welcome to Talkin Noise, the daily podcast that brings you up to speed and keeps you informed about real issues affecting real people. With your host, Mr. Talkin Noise himself, Lloyd Spence. His beautiful wife, Mrs. Noise, Kenyatta Spence. The ever-informed Brother Noise, Alan Brown. And yours cordially, Uncle Noise, Shake Anderson. Come on in and join us as we reveal and opine today's most pressing issues. Real truth while having real fun. Talkin Noise is in your house right now. So sit back and enjoy Talkin Noise.
2, 1, 2, ready, come on.
Straight up, straight down. Good times today. No extra added bonuses and nothing. Just you listening to the beauty of good times today. I like it. Talkin NOIZ is in the building, y'all. Once again, we up in here. Mama Noise is here. I'm here. We all had it up. She got the bandana on. Is that your way of saying you going to war? What's going on?
Well, I call it to coordinate with this.
Oh, I see what you did there. Shout out to the Western Warriors. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
So you can't say that I have not making an effort to.
No, you made an effort. I'm giving you all the credit you deserve. Giving you all the credit you deserve. We looking crispy tonight, I gotta say.
Okay.
How you feeling today?
I'm well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good day today?
Well, I've it was a good day.
Well, good. I'm glad you're saying it's a good day and you're saying it with such confidence.
Well, I mean,
Jeez. Was it a good day?
It was.
Okay, I'm just saying. Where is the excitement and the joy and the vigor?
Well, I'm joyful.
Are you joyful? Joyful, joyful, Lord, we adore thee.
Oh, that's
people didn't even know that song until that movie. And then after that movie, everybody knew that song. It was like, we all know that song.
You sound like you didn't appreciate it.
It was okay. I never heard it like that in the church.
Well, they had to make it
It
so
sound like that in the church I grew up in. I was like, that ain't the song.
Oh, gosh.
I'm just saying it didn't sound like that.
What is this topic? What is this title you've given me? That's
you
not
keep messing with my avatar. This is what you're gonna get from now on.
I am not.
You giving me the good loving tonight. Woo!
Okay, we need to fix your stuff.
Matter of fact, let me go on and give it a true celebration.
Oh my God!
Mm-hmm. Okay.
M-Dub is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. What up, young man? Good to see you. You see what I'm working with over here with Mama Noise giving me the good loving.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you typing so hard?
I'm heavy-handed.
You are heavy-handed. And that's good on some occasions, but frustrating on others.
Mm.
All right, listen. Tonight is sow a seed night on Talkin NOIZ. Feel free to sow a seed. We try to do that at the end of the month. Allow the people to be a blessing. They say, if you wanna, you gonna be as blessed as you believe that you will be. I don't know what church saying.
You know what? I don't know. You struggle in this area.
I am. I do. Because I don't,
You don't like to ask people for nothing.
Well, I really don't. But somebody tried to help me the other day, and they were like, Lloyd, the noisemakers are your family, and your family loves to, and they're not only your family, but they're like your business partners. They're helping you build this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you never give them the chance to help you build what they're a part of, how is it ours?
Oh.
It's true. I never looked at it that way. So I
Okay.
don't be thinking about that stuff, man. But I'm trying to do better with it. Okay, so this is me doing better, y'all. If you feel so inclined, down there scrolling at the bottom, or if your eyes don't move that fast, right there where Mama Noise's name is, you can just put.
If you feel so inclined.
Yeah, that's a church term.
Let me be your helpmeet.
But you be going on long though. Don't go long.
I won't go long.
All right, don't go long. And then we got to open up the church service.
Okay. Noisemakers, look, we need your help. If you would give tonight, no matter the amount that you give.
Do you need some church music? I feel like you need some church music.
No matter the amount that you give, we need your help to move Noise Media forward. And tonight is specifically, we need your help. So if you would, please, ma'am, please, sir, here is the Cash App at $ Prayer Refined by Fire to sow any amount, to give any amount. I know some people, I have to say that because there are people that say, well, all I got is $10 and that $10 ain't going to do nothing. It ain't going to help move nothing forward. That's not true at all, ma'am or sir. $10, $20, $50, $100, whatever it is that you have to give, we are grateful. So if you would help us out tonight, our Cash App is $ Prayer Refined by Fire. And right there on the screen is the PayPal. PayPal me at Lloyd1914. Thank you so much for your help in advance. And we appreciate everything you do by showing up here every time we have a live and watching the replay. The replays are the replaying is awesome. Everybody is coming to the replays and the live shows, and we are very grateful. Thank you.
That was really good. I'm gonna say this too. The replays have been good, and I love those that keep showing up at 11:15. It's very cool. It's very cool. Kyrie is in the building.
What's going on?
It seems like there's a theme developing. Everybody's got.
Listen.
What you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. How you feeling, man?
I only quit 3 times a day, so.
Is that all? Listen, that's a good day for you.
Dang. 3 times a day.
Sometimes I'm know you just gotta get that monkey off your back. Be like, man, I'm so sick of this.
Do we need to?
You realize you gotta pay bills and you change your mind.
Send you a message in the chat.
I know that them bills, man, they just keep coming. Like,
yeah, they don't stop. They don't stop.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. People sending me stuff. Okay. Why are you typing so loud? Loud type. She be typing on her keyboard like she trying to punch a hole through the computer.
You only type like when you're mad at somebody.
Listen, I am heavy-handed. I done told y'all that. And there are some benefits. So I don't want to hear nothing from Mr. Noise.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And we're moving on.
Oh.
Talk about like.
It could be a good slap or a bad slap. Depending on
I know, right? I know. All right, let's we haven't even opened up the service yet.
Mm-hmm.
Let me open up the service real quick. Where's White Organist?
He late.
Look,
Organist you got. He late.
I didn't even realize he was late. That's the crazy part about it. I'm sitting over here talking to y'all, and I didn't. He just walked in and eat a donut. Why you eat a donut? Where you get the donut from?
Damn.
Ew. That's a donut from this morning. Ew.
Leave him alone.
Gotta eat.
Bro, just if you listen, the noisemakers are donating. If you want us to buy you something after church.
What is happening?
No, I'm just saying you ever eat an old nasty, crusty donut. You know how them glazed donuts get hard and stuff.
Oh,
he over there chomping on it like, and I can hear the crunch. That's what's making it so bad.
At least throw it in the microwave for 10 minutes.
Yeah, throw it in the right. You throw it in the microwave.
You need to put some water on it.
Get a little soft, just a little bit.
White Organist, I'll cook you some before I let you throw that donut away. That's some bullshit. Throw that away.
No, you run
No,
between.
don't be ashamed. You should just come ask me next time.
Well, you know how it is when you got to run between jobs, man. You got
Yeah, I get it. I get it, but I'm just saying, bruh, just don't do that. That's, bruh, just because you white don't mean we don't love you.
It's true.
I just heard it. That ain't what you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's that stuff I'm talking about.
You know what I mean? I love you. Let's you know what? Let's just move on to service because I feel like I'm going to step into it. Hey, people, can you just fire up the organ, please? Thank you, brother. Goodness gracious. I don't know. I might have to let him have that donut. He's killing it over here. Okay. Praise the Lord, saints. I want to go James Cleveland since M-Dub is here. Praise the Lord, saints. It's so good to see you in the building tonight.
Yeah.
And we love each and every one of you. Now we about to open up this service. It's going to be controversial tonight, but that's all right. God is to be praised. So grab your church fans and your Bibles. It's going to be a good old service in the name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you, right audience. Hold on, let me get you this. Hold on, y'all talking about yourself. I'm gonna get you this. Hey man, bring back my change, man. Don't listen. Don't have me looking for you.
Give him a fresh donut.
Don't have me looking for you, man. I'm serious. All right. All right, there we go. Now we good. All right, we good. How's everybody feeling, man? Ron, seriously though, you good? You feeling good?
Man, I'm good. It's good. It's Tuesday, man. Almost the weekend. Almost the weekend.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. That's what's up. I like it. You hear it. I don't know where Al is. I guess he running behind or caught up in the rapture of love. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe nothing wrong with that. A little something for you on the show. A little something for you on the show.
I know. Cuz is he had to stop by and pick up some extra tithing envelopes at the tithing envelope store, whatever that is. So he'll be here un momento.
That's just another name for the freak store.
Well, you know that.
Well, that's right. The tithing envelope for our church is for slide in. Do y'all use tithing envelope? What do y'all use?
Good question.
Okay, all right. Al B, what up, though?
Al B, out in the streets.
What's up, fam?
You out in the streets?
They headed to the house. They use the little cubes. Everybody got to come through and swipe their card. They want direct access to your account.
Oh, so that's the little square thing. They just hook it up to their phone.
I said cube, the little square.
They just hook it up to their phone and swipe and go, huh?
You know, next month we put in the fingerprint scanner. So all you gotta do is walk in, put the thumb on there, and you good to go.
Oh damn. Man, y'all gangsta over at sliding.
It's all about speed. It's all about speed. You guys
look. Even worse, when you join, you have to give them your account information. They deduct it weekly automatically.
Yes, sir.
Oh, y'all on direct withdrawal?
It's auto withdrawal.
Hey, they got draft at their church.
Oh, y'all got strippers that get auto withdrawal. Like, what is that about?
They gotta make sure they get their tips, man. People sometimes like the tips.
The auto withdrawal the tip. What if it's a poor performance?
What? That's what hey, it's a chance you take.
What if one fall off the pole like that one chick did in Atlanta?
Oh,
but she gonna bounce up though. She got to bounce up.
She bounced up too.
Well, if she bounced up, then that's a whole nother thing. I might give her extra.
Exactly. See,
not me. Other guys, Mama Noise. Other guys out of town.
No, you quickly said I'm gonna give her extra.
You know what? Why don't we just move on? How about that?
No, it's a full service church, dude. Just
apparently, Slide In Missionary Baptist Church, y'all. It's coming on. They're going on tour. Featuring Luke dancers and Magic City.
No.
Okay.
We bringing Uncle Luke into this.
Before we get into the show, have y'all ever just been thirsty for some water? Like you couldn't explain it, but you were just thirsty for some water.
It's gotta be cold. It's
called dehydration.
Is that what I am? I'm dehydrated.
What was your mama always doing that you're so dehydrated before the show?
Let me just tell you, Mama
Nope.
got this one move that when she jumped.
Would you stop doing that?
It's a really interesting move, is all I can say.
So you certified at least 5 out of 21.
I was amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now I ain't listen.
Now you talking about your list.
Diabetes. Now wait a minute. You know diabetes. Why I gotta have diabetes?
Dang.
You know, baby got that sugar. You know, baby got that sugar.
See,
Baby, you got that sugar.
That's all your friends, boy. How about I'm just dehydrated? We leave it at that for now.
And I know I missed it, but I saw him in the chat when I pulled up. Shout out to M-Dub.
M-Dub, man, he's in the building. You know, he's in the building. Came through today. Good to see the righteous M-Dub.
You know, it's a shame that we can't pull out some of them old raps that he used to do.
Yeah, M-Dub used to kill it back in the day, y'all.
Mm-hmm. He was a rapper.
I will be at the house in less than 3 minutes. So by the time y'all get done with the sick and shut in and the announcement, I'll be on my post.
You'll be on your post. All right, well, we'll see you in a minute. Get that saved. Get that saved.
LL Cool Al.
The sick and shut in. Damn. Who is
Yeah,
it?
man. Listen, I'm excited about tonight's show. I really am.
Said don't pull out the rap.
We might have to him, Dub. Hey, in the middle of come on now, you know what it is.
It'd be different if it wasn't good. If it wasn't good, I'd be like, yeah, no.
We had real talk, Ron. We had something going. I don't even know if we knew how good it was, but it was good. That thing was good, man. We had a little group. We was doing our thing. I think if we'd have stayed the course, we'd have made history.
There you go.
But then the way our checking in our savings was working at that time, it was like, I don't know. So no,
you gotta find the right person, man. Just get one person to
I know, man. We was doing our thing, though. I gotta give us credit. We was doing our thing. Shout out to the Celtics one more time. I appreciate them so much. It was enjoyable today to listen. And it wasn't that I wanted Brooklyn to lose. That's not true, Kyrie. It's not that I wanted y'all to lose. Yeah, baby. We got some classics, bro. I'm telling you.
How you gonna rap in the chat?
He gonna keep doing it in the chat. Next thing you know, he gonna pop on the show.
Hey, don't play.
Let one go.
Don't play. We'll reenact the whole thing for you. The whole.
Oh my gosh! Stop it.
Reenact.
It was good stuff.
Help me, free me.
Hey, listen. It was some good stuff right there.
It was good stuff. We were doing our thing. We were doing our thing. Trying to help the childrens.
Help the kids.
Help the babies. That's what we was trying to help the babies. Yep. All right, what we doing now here tonight?
You're talking about Brooklyn and
oh yeah, I was giving them a shout out. I had to give them that shout out, man. Had to. Because they, I love it when a right gets wrong or wrong gets righted. It's beautiful. So there's no shortcuts. I'll just leave it at this for now until tomorrow when we do the 5. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. What is it? 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Is that what it is? Yeah. We're doing our Save My Team Fantasy Draft Show. So that's going to be fun tomorrow night. Oh, tomorrow during the day, Mama Noise is taking the lead. She's interviewing Laura Lala Key, the realty goddess.
Oh my God. What is happening?
Realty goddess. It looks like reality, but it's realty.
It's like real estate.
Well, it is real estate. She's got all the inside tips for y'all who are trying to sell your house or buy a house or get equity in your house or whatever you try to do to your house. She got all the tips.
I got a commercial property question for you.
Yeah, she probably got some commercially property answers for you. So
oh yeah, she's been at it.
that'll actually be at our old time, 11:15.
In the morning.
In the morning. So y'all pop in for that and check out and see what she's talking about tomorrow. That'd be all right. What else is going on? That's it. I think that's all of the house. Oh, forgot. Bam! See what I did there? VNR Summer Club this Saturday. Are we doing it? Okay, so we didn't decide. Or we didn't. Is it the single and mingle or what we doing?
All ladies. All
ladies night. Cause it feels so right.
The single and mingle ladies edition. So it's gonna be all ladies.
It's gonna be fun though. It's always fun with the VNR.
Always fun when the ladies come by. Always.
Yeah. It was really fun the last one we did. That was actually, was that our largest show?
The lady night, yeah.
I think that was our biggest show with VNR Supper Club. That was a huge show.
Lady night, I
really amazing numbers on that show.
Listen, gotta figure out the drink though. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna give him.
You know you're gonna get Stella Rosa. We're playing.
I'm thinking about doing something different, man.
Well, I'm gonna just tell you, for the record, I was at home watching it, saying, "Boy, look at all those options of Stella Rosa in that basket." And they all got to pick a number, so they, so it wasn't where you could just grab the one you wanted. It was you getting surprised at whichever your number would be picked. I thought that was a genius, and I was happy for them when they made their selection.
And all of them drank their whole bottle before they left.
It's that, it has that type of effect. Plus, I wanted to throw this in for free. You know what? I saw the pictures of Vonda's Vittles with her potatoes today. Come through. Listen.
Hey, them potatoes on point today, boy.
Listen, sir. Listen. Let me throw this in for free. When I was a teenager, I used to work in the Galleria at the restaurant called One Potato Two. And they used to make loaded potatoes. That's all they made all day. I had a flashback when I saw Vonda's potatoes. I said, man, I told Zari, I said, Zari, you don't know nothing about that broccoli and cheese potato. I said, look how beautiful she made it.
They eat the hell out of that broccoli. I'm not a broccoli fan. But you throw a little cheese, a little bacon on there.
Listen, and then she was blowing our head off with the shrimp Alfredo potato. Come on. We was like, what? I had to repost it, post it again, and then post her information telling folks you want somebody to deliver this to you on your lunch hour, or you get home and say, man, forget trying to cook. I'm going to call up Vonda's Vittles.
Yeah, she did good today.
Well, listen, all I know is the VNR Supper Club meals that I have copied here in my home have blessed my soul.
Oh.
That coffee rub that Ron made,
yeah.
I'm still basking in its glow as we speak. So I have no problem with any of it.
So I think there you go. I think instead of doing bottles, we're gonna do a flight. I'm doing probably a 4 flight. So they get 4 drinks on the little thing, and they're all gonna be expired from our Saturday shows. That gonna have some kind of crazy name to go along with.
Oh my gosh.
Wet and wild, something.
Oh, no telling what you're gonna come up with. Yeah. I'm excited.
All right, so we gotta go ahead, Ron. You want to
say something? Get the conversation going.
There you go.
Well,
all right, so we're gonna jump on into this Talk That Tuesday. As y'all know, Talk That Tuesday format is very simple. We have come up with two topics, and that we're going to try to get in the allotted time together. We were successful in our first Talk That Tuesday last week. Hopefully, we will be equally as successful this time, and it should be an interesting conversation to say the least. So, Talk That Tuesday is underway, and I want to start with breaking news.
Oh,
breaking news. So, as y'all know, Will Smith went over to Dubai because he wanted to get his colon cleansed.
No.
That's what he was trying to get. His colon
cleansed. He was not. No, he didn't.
Having Jada's foot.
He didn't go over there. No.
So, I'm paraphrasing, Mama Noise. It's paraphrasing.
He'll
Right?
get backed up.
Yeah. So now a source has disclosed that Jada has insisted that she go be a part of the trip.
Oh no. I'm saying she do not need to be part of this trip.
So I don't know if she's there with him or I don't know. It's very confusing right now as to what's going on. She might be there, she might not. But she's trying. Will went over there to get cleansing from the toxicity of his situation.
Damn.
So
man can't even rehab by himself.
He was trying to be by himself, and she's like, "Ooh, where we going?" And
I thought he was already gone.
So apparently, I don't know. The story is very confusing. So I don't know if she's gone there with him to join him, or if I don't know. It's very confusing. But anyway, that seems to be the circumstances as it is today. That's now Us Weekly is not necessarily the most credible media outlet. So I'm not going to put a lot of stock in what they said, but that's what they're reporting.
So India's what, 12 hours ahead of us, time zone wise?
Something like that, yeah. Something like that. Something like that. So anyway, that's one part of the story that's gonna bring us into our conversation today. The other part of the story that is going to bring us is I'm going to remind you guys of the conversation that we had yesterday. I'm adding that back in, Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Pete, aka Megan Thee Stallion, where she talked about she got shot in the foot by Tory Lanez. And when they asked her, did she sleep with him? She said, huh? Nah. I mean, it wasn't the most definitive yes that I've ever heard.
Did you say huh? I mean,
okay, can I just say it like that, Mama Noise? It wasn't the strongest no I ever heard.
No, it was not. I must admit.
Okay. All right. So that is one of the other things that's going on. And she says she's in the healing process. She's in the healing process. Okay. And then the final thing I will offer in this conversation is a sports story, but not really. Because you'd have to actually play the sport for it to be a sports story.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Simmons, the young man who was played at Philadelphia and said, oh my God, my mental state is so bad, I can't play for y'all no more. And then he went to the Nets and was like, oh my God, my back and my mental state is so bad, I can't play for y'all right now. But he stayed there and got his check and sat on the sideline and, continued to get paid the money that he wanted to get paid. So question one of our Talk That Tuesday is, can you be cleansed from your past? And I want to start with Will. Will has gone through a lot of shit. Would y'all agree?
We all concur.
Jada has taken him through ups, downs, left, rights, highs, lows.
Mm-hmm.
And he's over in Dubai trying to get his head together. Coming off a rehab stint, according to sources. But does that really work? Like, can you be cleansed from the stuff that has traumatized you? That's the real question we're asking tonight. And I'm asking everyone who, under the sound of my voice, they say, in the church house, can you be cleansed from your past? Can you truly be cleansed? Because cleansed means, in my humble opinion, Cleanse means that you wash the cup out to the point where there is no residue. There's no, you know what I mean? You know, you wash all the grits out. You've soaked it. Ain't no leftover grit in the bottom of the pan.
Okay.
It's clean. So when you've been cleansed, it is reusable at maximum ability or maximum what's the word I'm looking for, Ron?
No, I understand where you're going.
Good ability work, okay. Maximum productivity, maybe.
Yeah. Your ass is back to being number one again.
You back to being number one. You're fixed. You're ready. It's just an interesting thing to hear him use the word cleansed, and to hear people say, "I'm cleansing myself of the trauma." Well, what does that mean? Like, how do you do that? Like, are you dealing with the trauma, or are you just like, I'm moving on? Like, what does cleansed mean?
But if you go to a therapist and work through your trauma, is that the same as cleansing?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know. If when you go to a therapist.
So if that answer is yes, then what he's doing, the answer would be yes.
Because I'm gonna say this. I've gone through counseling, and the counseling, I would not say it cleansed me, but I would say we were able to get the grit out of the pan and most of it, but the pan wasn't restored back to its original state because of all the scraping that we had to do. So I still remember the stuff that happened. I still remember all of it, but I am able to use the experience to not do it again.
Okay.
So you wouldn't consider that to be cleansed?
See, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand what cleansing means. So I'm asking you guys, can you be cleansed from your past? And what does being cleansed mean? Because he went to the literal definition of cleanse means make something thoroughly clean.
Well, I will just tell you that I had some friends that were from another country. They were from Cuba, and I was living my best life of what I thought, and they were saying you can live a better life if you get a cleansing. And you know, I don't know what's going on, but I felt like they were my friends, or I felt like they wanted to help me, and their cleansing was just, I mean, this is not to throw shade on whatever it is, the religion or spiritual thing that they were doing, because they called it spiritual. Having them mix up some, you know, flowers and this and that and so on and so forth or whatever, and that was your cleansing. So when you say that Will's going overseas to someone talking about he's going to have a cleansing, in some religions or spiritual whatever, the thing is just to get washed in some type of stuff to kind of wash away whatever it is that you're struggling with.
I mean, it also does say cleanse is one of the definitions, free from sin and guilt.
It says free from sin and guilt.
So
it also says rid of something seen as unpleasant, unwanted, or defiling, a person, place, or thing.
So technically, but if everything shows back up, you didn't get rid of it. So technically, you're not clean again if it came back.
Okay, so can you rid yourself of a person?
Yeah.
How?
You can stop messing with anybody you want to stop messing with.
Yeah, but just because you stop messing with them don't mean the memories don't stay there.
Oh, you gonna keep the memories, but I ain't got to fool with you no more.
I want to go through the chat. There's some good stuff in the chat. Al B, who's en route, said, cleanse doesn't make it dirt proof. It's also going to be soiled again. Tara said, shout out to Tara. She said, nah, I can be buff but not cleansed. My past shapes who I am and my decisions moving forward. Sean said, in Will's case, as long as Jada is red table talk, it will be impossible. And Al came back and said, maybe it's an isolated cleanse in just a stained area. Ooh.
Well, and then
clean
also
out that corner of the skillet.
Okay.
And then also some of those particular spiritual things of spiritual, I don't know. So some of that stuff is a racket. They just tell you, you say you want to get cleansed of this and that. Give me a couple of thou wow, and put you in a steamer. Some years back, there was a group of people down in Phoenix trying to go to some spiritual retreat, and I think it almost killed all of them. They all trying to get in some type of big old steamer to steam away and cleanse away whatever it is they were dealing with. So there's that.
You mean like the prayer cloth?
No.
Like the dude on BT?
No.
Just rub it on your forehead?
No, it wasn't Peter Popoff.
The miracle water?
No.
What you say, cuz?
You mean like Creflo Dollar?
No.
Does Creflo Dollar do cleanses now?
No, I'm just talking about people always talking about if you give money to be blessed. You're trying to cleanse yourself of poverty by giving.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
You give $1,000.
Some thou wow. I never heard of that to wash yourself of poverty.
Noisemakers, if you give $1,000,
you can wash
you'll be
yourself
cleansed of other podcasts.
Wow. That's
wash yourself of sin.
Oh Lord.
I don't know if you can get rid of a person.
Why?
I don't know. I because depending on what the circumstances is, I don't know if that's the right design for growth. So
really?
so
if that person's holding you back, you're not growing. So you have to cut dead limbs off in order to grow.
But that's not what I'm saying though. I'm using the definition that we just discovered tonight, Ron.
Okay.
Cleanse. So I don't know if you can. I don't know if as much as because I'm looking at my own life and I'm saying, have I cleansed myself of people, or have I just stopped messing with certain people and I moved on from the experience?
But would that be the same as?
See, I don't know if it's the same.
Rid of something seen unpleasant, unwanted, or defiled. You didn't want them, so they unwanted. They weren't pleasurable to you, so they're unpleasurable.
They were unpleasurable.
You basically hit the definition.
I don't see. That's the thing I'm struggling with. And then even more specifically, to Sean's point, I don't know if you can get rid of someone or cleanse. I'm gonna use the word that he used. I'm not gonna change the word. I don't know if you can cleanse yourself of
baby mama.
Let's just go there because we're gonna go there at some point during the church service tonight anyway. Because to cleanse himself of Jada means he's kind of probably trying to get rid of all of her toxicity, including all the sexual issues and brought into the house. You know, he don't want to be seeing images of August Alsina while he's hitting it from the back.
He ain't got a Tupac album in his house.
Right.
Ain't on MP3, nothing.
So, okay, so let me ask you a question, Mama Noise.
Okay.
You got rid of all your ex's pictures and all your ex's gifts. Did you feel like it cleansed you?
Cleansed me.
Why you gotta say all like it was so many of them? You say all.
No.
Drug it out.
You said all like it was so many of them, you dirty dog. You don't break up a happy home, Jay.
Do I feel like I'm cleansed of them?
Because do guys cleanse themselves on women they dated or slept with? Ooh, I gotta get rid of her number, or I gotta get rid of her shirt she bought me so I can cleanse myself.
Yeah, they do.
Do we?
Yeah.
It depends on if that pussy was so good or so toxic, and you need to stay away from it. So you say, you know what? I can't keep going back.
So getting rid of the shirt that she bought you keeps you from going back?
I'm gonna get rid of the number. I'm gonna get rid of everything I can because obviously I can't control myself.
Yeah, they get rid of the babies.
Wait a minute, I don't think that's the same thing.
How many of them go back?
Allison, that's a possible return encounter, huh? A lot of dudes go back. Like they'll be like, I ain't going back over there. And then that about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, they'll be like, WYD, what you doing?
But there's a bunch of them they don't go back to. They don't mess. It's some of them you won't mess back around with. You no matter what, you won't go back.
Okay, let's assume that this cleansing thing is real. How do you do it?
He prayed on it.
How do you do it?
What'd you say, Ron? You say you pray on it?
He prayed on it.
Is that enough?
He meditated and prayed and forgave.
He just prayed. He said, Lord, Lord, please don't let me go back and get into that vagina.
Listen.
In Jesus' name.
Yeah, he forgave her for what she did, and now he's got to let that shit go.
Straight
Tar said,
but she got that.
Tar said, now if I cleanse, I'm going to use it again. If I leave someone, I'm not. Cleansing make you go back because it's clean.
Leave it dirty, you ain't gonna go back to it.
Or if you throw it away, you ain't go back to it.
Are we talking about the same thing? What is happening?
See, I don't think we are. See, I think cleansing and throwing or getting rid of it are two different things. That's why the definition I'm struggling with, Ron, because to rid something means I got rid of it altogether. But if I clean it, it's reusable.
To me, it's like, I will say for me personally, when I met Lloyd and or should I say, after I gave my life to Christ, let me say it that way. When I gave my life to Christ, I literally felt a 365 turnaround.
Don't say that.
No, you didn't. You felt
180. 365 right back where you started from.
Yeah. Actually 365 means you're worse because you went 5 degrees more than you
a 360?
180.
180. You just did a complete 180.
So you did 360 means you started and you ended right back where you was at.
Right. And with your 365, that means you went back in. You was like, I'm going deeper.
Okay, I get it. I can't make mistakes around you Negroes. Okay, so when I made a complete turnaround.
Okay.
I stopped going to the places I used to go to, stopped hanging with the people I used to hang with, stopped making the same traveling the same path I was on when I gave my life to Christ. So that kept me, because I wasn't going to the same places and the same people. And I stopped answering my phone for all those people. Matter of fact, I went ahead and put a message on my answer machine and said, anybody who's calling, this is what's going on in my life right now. So you need to know that this is the direction I'm going. So if you don't love Jesus and you ain't trying to get your life together, I'm going to need you to get your life together. So I felt like that helped me to stay on the path that I was going. And then I didn't go back down that road because I didn't want to put myself in a compromising position.
Well, that doesn't sound like a cleansing to me. And first of all, that's a long answer machine. If you did that, exactly like what you just said, that's long.
You know what? You just corrected me.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding because I love you. But that doesn't sound like a cleansing to me. That sounds like a change. And so here's the struggle that I'm having with Will's situation. I'm gonna use Will specifically. Are you just cleaning the pot out to be used again, bro?
Let's use this analogy. Your children may very well think that by throwing all the dirty clothes and toys on the floor into the closet is cleaning
right
their room or cleansing their surrounding. But we know that is not. So now to bring it back to our topic, now we are exposed to subjective definitions of cleansing. Are we saying cleansing like I put in the chat? Cleansing as in purge? You know, we purge our closets, we purge our dressers and our garages. So, you know, what standard of cleansing are we applying to the situation? What standard of cleansing is Will Smith seeking?
And that's a great question.
What level? Because remember, mama, and grandmama, you say, okay, we're gonna deep clean this weekend.
Right. Well, and see, I'm gonna use your analogy. Cleaning the room from the toys and the clothes that are on the floor by the bed, and then picking them up and moving them to the closet doesn't clean the room. It just reorganizes the room. So now I'm just stuffing one mess over to another place and not really actually dealing with that mess.
That's what we are doing in our lives.
Right.
We are rearranging our junk. We taking it out of eyesight so the people that walk in the room don't see it.
Whew. I wonder, how did you ever fix? So do you technically you never fixed your trauma?
No, I disagree with that. I think you can fix trauma, but trauma can't be rearranged. Trauma has to be dealt with. If dealing with trauma,
but is she not trauma for him?
Well, listen, I was gonna come back to that in a minute, Ron. You just kind of trying to rush me.
Because there is a
I was trying to deal with this clothes analogy that we had.
Well, there's a very substantial definition that I think applies to, well, could possibly apply to Will and Jada.
Ooh, okay.
If you look at the noun definition of the word cleanse, a process or period of time during which a person attempts to rid the body of substances regarded as toxic or unhealthy, typically by consuming only water or liquids. But the part, rid the body, rid the person of something or someone that is toxic or unhealthy.
Almost like a detox.
So, because to me, the only way to get waste out of your body is to get it out completely and to not keep it in there.
Okay.
I mean, that's what a detox is. A detox is getting waste, toxic chemicals, toxic material, toxic whatever out of your body once and for all. Once and for all.
Baby.
But the toxic detox is something that has to happen frequently. It can't just be a one-time thing.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to parallel the two things, because to Al and Ron's point, cleansing to me is just coding for saying I got to decide what I'm going to do with this situation. I think what Will is trying to do, well, and then, oh boy, Anthony Bruce has asked a great question. He said, if it's a cleansing, is he just getting rid of Jada to go find another Jada?
Well, sometimes that happens, that you end up being attracted to that same type of toxicity.
Mama Noise. Sometimes that happens. All the time.
Always. It always happens. I apologize.
We've talked about that on this show, and I still do. How a guy will listen. Reggie Bush literally left Kim Kardashian to go marry Kim Kardashian Light.
Yeah.
She looks exactly like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Reggie Bush.
Kanye,
yeah. The girls that he keep leaving Kim for are girls that look like Kim.
It's so scary that you would think that that's just, celebrities or whatever. But I can tell you, Lloyd and I have sat back and watched several people that we know that have gotten divorced, and they got divorced only to turn around and remarry somebody that's just like, I mean, looks visually like the person that they just divorced.
And by the way, 2.0 don't always mean better.
No, Lord.
2.0 could sometimes mean it's a whole hell of a lot worse.
Yeah. That's true.
No, Tyra, that's not true. I'm not co-signing that. People liking what they like. That ain't it. When you have not dealt with your toxicity, you tend to go back to what you're familiar with.
And that's what I was going to say. People are comfortable with what they know,
right? Which does not mean that you've actually dealt with or healed from the circumstance.
Yeah, that could simply mean I know how to handle this situation.
But you don't. That's why you go into 2.0.
In their mind, they're saying,
right.
Well, you know what? I know what to expect in this type of person. I know what I'm getting. I know how to handle it.
You know how to adapt.
Which means Tara was correct. People do like what they like because they don't address what they don't like.
Right.
The problem is we don't. Not enough of us say, I don't really know what I want, but I know what I don't want. So we continually go towards what we like, and we never address what we dislike, what we don't want.
I like it.
Let's go back to the conversation we had yesterday.
I don't understand what he just said.
Is that because he's not on the screen?
It might be.
Okay.
But
he was actually right this time.
Because I'm eating dinner.
I understand. I knew what you were doing. I wasn't going to out you. Jeez. Okay. So
he was actually right this time, though. He was right this time.
Okay, but what right about what? We don't address what we don't like.
But you don't like in those people. So you're willing to accept. You know what you like. You know you like Jada and everything about her from a physical standpoint. But you're willing to accept some of her toxicities because you like that physical aspect of it. So you'll forget everything else.
I need y'all to hear what y'all saying because I don't even know if y'all hearing it. If he leaves Jada because of what he doesn't like about her, then he is addressing it to some degree. Now it's poorly addressed if he goes back and gets a woman that is similar in trait. But it's not that
that's the Jada 2.0. He went and got exactly the same thing all over again.
Well, maybe that right.
Maybe
right.
Let's hope not.
Well, we hope he don't go get the exact same thing.
Let's put it like this, Mr. Noah, since you're so damn confused.
That's because your mouth is full. I couldn't hear what you had to say.
So oftentimes, what draws us is stronger than what repels us. There are things that we don't like about people, but there are things that we really like physically about those people, and we will overlook the things that we don't like because of what we really do like.
But here's what makes that ridiculous. You just went through 20 years.
It may be ridiculous, but it's real.
Okay, but still, I'm going to say this.
Okay.
It's ridiculous because you just went through 20 years of bullshit because of what you don't like. Why would you go back to it? Are you crazy?
You can't call that man's marriage 20 years of bullshit because...
I'm not calling it that as much as everybody else is.
Okay. Well, half of the people that's calling it 20 years of bullshit ain't been married 5 years.
Touche. Touche, nigga.
So as long as they got 6 years in, they can call it bullshit.
Right.
Okay.
Mr. Norris, I don't understand why you're struggling with this because
if I leave a situation because of how bad the situation is, because I'm cleansing whatever that is, then either I'm cleansing or I'm not. And so if I go back to 2.0, like Anthony Bruce is saying, I'm not having cleansed anything, or I'm having cleansed, or in the sense of what Al said, as in detoxing and getting rid of. I've only cleaned out the pot for another Jada to come along and give me a worse situation. The Bible talks about that.
Oh.
If you clean out those demons, and you don't address the cleaning, they'll come back 7 times stronger.
So put it as a basketball analogy for you. Let's assume Chris Mack didn't leave Louisville when he stayed at Louisville.
Right.
Louisville and Tennessee are literally the same 2 damn teams. If a dude in the transfer portal leaves Tennessee and transfer to Louisville and they still had Chris Mack, all he did was go from Tennessee 1.0 to Tennessee 2.0 with the exact same freaking problems. But he's willing to accept those problems because he has a color red and black on versus yellow and white. Or orange and white.
Is that what's happening right now? Is he trying to go to Tennessee?
Who? No, I'm just using.
Oh, I was like, damn.
But that's just no different than Will leaving Jada 1.0 going to Jada 2.0.
So, okay, so let me ask a question. Oh, this is bad. Oh, my God, I'm about to step in.
We know we're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
If Will left Jada. And then landed.
You say Holly Berry, dude. We are going to.
If Will left Jada and somehow landed with like a Halle Berry or a Vivica Fox or something like that.
I told you where he was going.
I'm just asking a question.
Mm-mm.
That would be an upgrade.
No.
Which one?
Holly Berry would be an upgrade.
Are you just siding with your co-pastor because you don't want no problems?
I mean,
I'm just trying to understand.
We don't know that she's toxic.
What?
We don't know who's toxic.
Miss Berry.
Oh, now you come back to the screen. Now when it's time, I see what he did. I see exactly what happened here. We've been saying all this stuff. Now it's time to defend Hal. Defenders of the earth.
I just finished eating my fajitas, man, and
I love fajitas.
Yeah, man, we got a nice cantina up here.
I love a good fajita, man.
Had a nice fajita for dinner. My daughter and I shared a duo. But anyway,
shout out to Jasmine.
Help me to understand.
Shout out to burritos and margaritas.
Ooh, hey, man.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh my God.
So, I missed the conversation because I was in transition. You're saying that Will has done what now? What?
He's in India right now, cleansing himself, getting his colon cleansed thoroughly.
No, it's not.
From the toxicity.
All they gotta do to clean his colon is to eat some bad meat. It'll clean his ass right up.
Well,
question: Is this and this is a legitimate question?
Okay.
Is this a spiritual cleansing or physical cleansing?
From what I understand, it is a spiritual cleansing of Jada.
Mm-hmm.
He's cleansing himself from her.
Where do you get that kind of information from?
That is what is being reported here, sir.
The man has said that he has gone to India to rid himself of his wife.
Of the toxicity of his circumstances. His wife, yes, Jada. That's his wife. That's her name.
I hope that's a bald-faced lie. I hope.
Why do you?
And I seldom ever agree with Jay, but I too hope that he has.
You gotta say that.
I had to because we're a truthful podcast.
We are a truthful podcast. We tell true story. We tell true story.
True story. I would hope that he has enough dignity, enough class, not to specifically say, I am going to India to cleanse myself of the toxicity of my wife. Even that, I think, would be a negative, too negative of a thing to say. Now, I can believe that someone reported that, but I find it hard to believe that Will Smith, a former thrower of hands, recent thrower of hands,
that's cool. Wow.
Would stoop that low to say that about his wife.
Even though his wife, as low as his wife has reached, you still don't think he would do it?
It's still the mother of his kids. No, don't matter.
No, I'm saying you still don't think he would do it.
He has fought all these years for his family. Why stop now?
Not Will, I don't think.
Folk get tired of fighting.
His arms too tired to box.
Man, he too tired to box anymore, man. Tired of fighting alone.
I listen. I don't know if the story is saying, according to the sources that been reported here with BSO, they're saying they have it on good authority that he went there to be cleansed of his wife. Now, what of her toxicity? So maybe we should say it that way, from her toxicity. Now, how do you separate those two? I don't know, but
I mean, he just needed a break from his wife for a couple weeks. That's all. He went on vacation without her.
You're on a man trip.
Yeah, he went on a man trip. That's all it is.
Let me add this right here, and you guys chime in and help a brother out. It's easy. It's easy to love somebody during good times. It's easy to love somebody when they love you.
Yes.
The more difficult thing to do is to love somebody when they are going through.
Mm-hmm.
Too many ninjas. I'm sick of this shit, Pastor, co-pastor.
What is she going through?
Walk up in here talking about I'm not gonna fight alone.
So what is she going through?
So you said it's easy to love, you said it's easy to love somebody when they're going through the good times.
When they love you and when times are good, yeah.
So what is he supposed to do, Jay? Run to the bedroom and cheer all his own?
It's easy to love somebody when they love you. Is it easy to love somebody when they don't love you?
No, it's not. It's
Bishop Teddy Pendergrass said it best.
Come on now. One of my favorite
good loving somebody
when they love you
when
back.
Somebody loves you back.
Come on, preacher. Come on, preacher.
That's easy.
So we are drawn to the question: is the level of love, if any, is reciprocated?
The level of love.
Listen. You can go through life choosing. You can go through life choosing the easy road every chance you get if you want. That's totally up to you. But if you really want to build something, sometimes you got to go through some mess.
Come on here, brother.
So you can go through your mess and still love that person, and that person can still love you. But you cannot go through your mess alone and not have that person still love you.
Can a steel wall be knocked down?
Depending on the equipment you use.
Everybody got quiet. We trying to figure out what the hell you going with that one.
I know, right?
Ask the question again.
Can a steel wall be knocked down?
By hand or by machine?
We've seen a wooden wall be knocked down, and a brick wall be knocked down, and a concrete wall be knocked down. But I've never seen anybody knock down a steel wall.
If it doesn't have any support, it could be knocked down.
What if it's fully supported? What if it's solidly supported? What if it's built in such a way that you can swing and make dents at it, but it just never falls? How long do you swing at the damn wall?
Something can knock it down.
Something
it has to be a force bigger, greater,
stronger.
Yeah, like a wrecking ball.
Okay, so then in that case, is it okay if I realize that I don't have what it takes to knock the wall down? Is that okay? I'm cleansing myself from trying to knock down this wall. I've tried. I've swung at this wall for 20 plus years. And it's a solid ass wall. She needs the Lord to knock her wall down.
Listen, too often we admire guys that pull themselves up by the bootstraps and become a success in life. They made something out of nothing against all odds.
Yes, preacher.
they fought hard to be a success. They fought hard to make it to the NBA. We admire these guys for their stick-to-itiveness.
Yes.
Being denied a place on the team in high school, and despite having to walk on in college, and despite being cut, despite being traded, he kept fighting for what he wanted.
Yes, preach. Come on.
Now that in every area of life until it comes to a man fighting for a woman. Then we want to say he fighting by himself.
Let me tell you something. Pastor Jay Joyner is one of the most eloquent pastors out there in these church lands. Now, he be saying a lot of bullshit, but he be eloquent. I mean, eloquent. The cadence, the tonality, all of it is beautiful. I'm here for it. The problem is this bullshit. Because I'm telling you, that man, listen, here's what makes the steel wall story so bad. It's probably an electronic wall, and all she got to do is hit a button and lift it up. It might be as simple as that. Just hit the damn button and lift it up, and we all good.
Everybody happy.
Go ahead and ask your question, Tara. I'm just saying, the man listen, the nigga done went to Dubai to try to cleanse his soul. That don't tell you that there's problems.
Yeah, we go down to the old janky ass church trying to cleanse our souls. That don't tell you our problems.
Why the church gotta be janky
knowing they ain't got no power up in there.
Ooh, Tara. That's rough. That's rough. She says, is it possible he's just getting the karma back from the way he treated his first wife? Ooh. Oh.
Can we get the damn button? Damn.
Yeah, I think that deserves a hearty.
Damn.
Tara, I would say this about that question. I think that's a legitimate question. Honestly, I do.
It is a legitimate question.
But if karma is still trying to catch up on my ass 20 years later after I've been fighting for my marriage all this time, then karma is an ugly son of a bitch.
Karma is an ugly son of a bitch.
Man been fighting for his family all these years, and karma still trying to catch up with his ass. Go somewhere and sit down, karma.
I would have thought that the banning of the 10 years was the karma. I mean, I don't know how karma works, and I'm not necessarily.
I don't either, but damn, he been together a long time.
Okay,
Don't come when you want it.
Mama knows why you got that look on your face. Go on, speak your truth, babe. Speak your truth.
Because you ain't got a few more minutes, and then we switch the topics. It's two Tuesdays.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe the first wife wasn't moving fast enough. She was kind of a homely, woman.
Homely? She wasn't homely?
Hell no. Cherie is a fine woman.
Beautiful woman.
I don't think she was homely.
But I think that she wasn't as fast as Jada.
She's thicker than a jar of cold peanut butter. She ain't small, undernourished, and bald-headed.
What?
God damn it,
Damn. No, it needs to be the baby. What?
Level 2.
Was that level 2?
What the hell?
I just want the people to know how fine Cherie Zampino is.
Clearly, you do. Clearly, that was.
I mean,
cheers.
I'm saying that Jada was ready to get in that fast life, and I believe that Will was, his first wife was at a slower pace, and so he got with the woman that they had the fast life. So we've often heard that maybe Jada flipped the script and turned him out. Is why he just
So you think
the first wife didn't want to be in the streets, but the second wife
that's what I'm. Thank you, Kyrie. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying his first wife wasn't beautiful. I'm not saying I don't know about the thicker and all that snicker stuff. I ain't looking for all that. What I'm saying is simply that she was more homely, meaning that she wasn't running the streets. She wasn't trying to get next to the next rapper, and she wasn't trying to do this and that. Hollywood life. I don't think that was the life that she was. Her when she got with him, that's what she was expecting. And so since she wasn't moving as fast as that Hollywood life, I think he got with somebody with like Jada to get him in the fast lane.
Truth be told, there was really no Hollywood life.
Right.
He wasn't the Will. He wasn't Will Smith at that time. He was just now getting his feet wet.
Broke ass community rapper.
And they were only married for like 3 years. So, she didn't get to experience the $1 billion man, $25-30 million movie man.
Who was operating on a dream. Because he didn't have any street cred.
Well, I just think that the first wife was in the slow lane, and he was ready to.
That's probably true, Mama Noise. That's probably not wrong. I'm just saying.
I mean,
you say she in the slow lane. Then she gonna say she had.
It's like a hometown girl. Like a home.
He didn't say she was retarded, boy. She said she's slow. What's wrong with you?
Saying like the baby's just slow.
No, that ain't what she said. Mama Noise, I got you. She said she's slow like retarded. She said, can you say retarded anymore?
No.
You probably can't say retarded, can you?
Why you keep saying it?
I don't know.
I
don't know what I'm supposed to say.
I know
what to do with my hands.
Okay, well, let me help you. In the chat, Tara says, check the divorce settlement and the time they were together. They were childhood sweethearts, and watch the document. I guess on Playboy has the documentary that Will was a regular dude. But that's what I'm talking about. In essence, I'm saying childhood sweetheart. That's the hometown girl. The kind of like the slow lane. I think that when he got with Jada, it was like, it was night and day in the difference between both of them.
All right, to be continued, because we gotta get to the second topic. This second topic is Mama Noise's fault, really. She started. She's the author of the confusion. This is her fault. So, we got to talking about sex on Friday and what women want and why they need to come and all that stuff. And it got me to thinking, because there's this big movement now with polyamory and thruples and all kinds of shit. And so I'm asking the question to everybody: do we have a sex education problem in our society right now? Do we need to expand sex education now? Because clearly it has changed since the last time all of us were in school.
These are facts.
And so it feels like there's a disconnect somewhere.
Clearly, one of the problems we have is we keep lying to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you unwilling him?
When we say a woman has to have an orgasm or has to come, that's a lie.
Oh, here we go.
That's okay. I got Tara in the chat. Go ahead, continue.
I don't care who you got in the chat. There is no reason for the woman to have an orgasm other than her satisfaction. She doesn't have to have an orgasm.
No,
a man has to have an orgasm.
No, he don't.
Produce.
He don't need to have one.
A woman has to ovulate. Now that has to happen. She has to ovulate, but she doesn't have to have an orgasm.
Well, that's true. So just go and get a vasectomy then every time you can have as many as you want.
I emphatically disagree with.
You don't have to agree with me.
With a woman not having an orgasm, because I want to come back for more. And so as long as I get the opportunity to come back to more, I need satisfaction to be guaranteed.
I'm for women to be satisfied. I believe
now, are you anti-orgasm?
I believe in that. It's just the terminology we're using that a woman has to have an orgasm. She does
you
not.
are anti-orgasm, and I am not on co-sign.
You just need to be friends with your right hand.
Have an orgasm.
I renounce my membership to Slide In Baptist Church.
I mean, just go ahead and be better friends with your hand. Because you keep on trying to talk about we don't need to, then you go ahead and be friends with me.
I don't have to jack off. I'm 53. I've had all the sex I need.
First of all, Lloyd,
I got it.
That's the advice you giving to men.
Al, don't even say nothing. I got it. Don't even trip.
Lies.
I've had all the sex I need.
Lies.
You know how
I don't need no more sex ever.
Lies.
know how women can go on a long hiatus that they don't really need it no more. They done found Jesus. They're gonna be celibate for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I am right now. I found the Lord. I don't need
So you saying you don't need to rub one out no more? Your vagina, you good to go? Because unless you need to make an announcement on this show today, you, sir, have the same equipment that the other three gentlemen on this show have. And as long as that equipment exists, everything you said just now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to count no more.
As my daddy used to tell me, he say, "Son, just keep living."
What the does that have to do with women?
Look at that old man and said, "Daddy, what you talking about? What you?"
I want to apologize to the noisemakers because normally we are an honest show, and today we have chosen violence. I don't know what is going on.
Jay Joyner is so full of shit. He had
shit.
He had to fan the smell away from himself. Did you see him do that?
No, listen.
I agree with you, Jay. Biologically,
right,
there's no need, but for the sake of sexual enjoyment, there's an absolute need for both parties.
I don't even agree biologically because here's the reason why I say that.
Well, if you disagree with the intelligence that you have, you're just disagreeing for the sake of argument.
No, I'm not.
It is fact that a woman does not need to have an orgasm to reproduce children.
But that wasn't the conversation.
That was what he was saying.
But don't nobody listen to that nigga. Ain't nobody listening to that shit.
Saying,
we talking about reality. Right. We're talking about reality. Right. Reproduction is a whole different cell. That was not part of this conversation at all. He added that shit to make some ridiculous point that he wanted to make.
But the reality is that I have to bust it, or I have to excrete. I have almost.
I mean, what is happening?
I have to excrete semen in order to reproduce, whereas a female does not.
And that's true. But if we were talking about reproduction, that would be true. But we ain't talking about that, and you know we're not.
That's
we're
what
talking
Jay
about.
was talking about.
Right. But Jay be saying some shit. Anybody listen to that shit?
Okay, hold on. One more shit I want to say that I'm gonna let you guys know.
Just one more.
The original intent of marriage. Well, shit. If she don't want to hear, she don't want to hear.
Just say what you got to say, man.
The original intent of marriage was for one man to be with one woman.
Okay.
And for them to come together, not having any other experiences. You're supposed to save yourself until you're married.
Very true.
So the chances of that woman getting a joker that didn't have a clue about what he was doing was pretty great. Right? And that they would eventually learn together. She could go years without having an orgasm. And guess what? She didn't know she was supposed to have an orgasm. That's a fact.
Why did she not know that? That's not a fact. That is an opinion. You don't think her mama said, baby, now when he put that penis in, you're supposed to have an orgasm? You don't think she heard on the streets that she's supposed to have an orgasm?
You didn't go back far enough.
You didn't go back far enough.
You said the original intent. You got to go all the way back.
So you said Eve was just sitting in the garden going, I don't know why he got this thing in me.
He said the original intent. So
that's the originators. Hey, Adam and Eve, the originators. So he just ran up on her, put a thing in her. She's like, I don't know what you're doing here. Like, what is this supposed to be doing?
And you know what? You say that jokingly, but I absolutely believe that for many years, that's probably how sex was going.
You think God, in his infinite wisdom, left Eve out in the cold, Eve and Adam out in the cold, like, all we're trying to do is reproduce. When anything else that happens, I am not responsible.
Absolutely.
Yes,
no, I don't believe that.
God did not whisper in her ear. Hey,
it don't sound like that in the book. Psalms of Solomon.
There's a whole book in the Bible that talks about, hey, I'm trying to pleasure you.
And was that where was that at?
Songs of Solomon.
Yeah, later on, generations down the line.
But God wouldn't have added it in if he didn't think it was important.
God didn't add it in.
Man,
Solomon added it in. He was inspired by God.
He was inspired by the Lord.
Solomon wrote a story about his experiences.
Solomon was like, "This shit is so good. I got to learn about
God
it."
did not pen those from his experiences.
No, he didn't. But Solomon was inspired by the Lord to include that. And after we all read it, we was like, "Ooh, Solomon, well done."
Well, I mean,
Do you really think the Lord inspired him, or was it
multiple generations down the line? I'm sure it progressed to whoa. There's a little more than just putting this tallywhacker in this knock box, and
that took years.
Knock box,
right?
I love that you don't call it vagina. I love it as knock box. And
listen here, even in arranged marriages, which still happen in a lot of countries, they don't know that they're supposed to have an orgasm. Listen, the truth of the matter is a woman really enjoys sex from the onset, the touching, the petting, the getting, you guys don't like the word moist or wet. Which one is it?
I like both. I'm a fan of both.
Yeah.
Most women despise the word moist.
I don't understand why though. Listen, moist is a beautiful word.
It's a beautiful word. Beautiful word.
Good cake.
For most women, the pleasure of that's all they are going to get. A lot of women, I don't want to say most, a lot of women, that's all they're ever going to get. And they thought that was sex for them. Hell, a lot of girls right now that are turned out, that believe they're supposed to get an orgasm every time they have sex, started out not having orgasms, and they thought that was sex.
Because it's what they was taught. You learn from what you taught. If your mama
that's the point of my statement earlier. Do we need to revamp sex education? Because it's decidedly flawed. And there's so much that's left out and needs to be explained in clarity so that we all understand and we're all functioning from the same realities and truths. Because here's what I'm struggling with. Here's where the show gets deeply controversial. I don't understand how a child can define their sexuality without ever having sex.
Oh, you done turned the page now. You ain't where we were.
No, I'm not. No, I'm still on sex education, but I'm saying, shouldn't you have to be educated on sex to define what sex you are?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's almost two different things.
How is it two different things?
Because one is the act of having sex, and one is just defining who you are.
And nobody had to tell me I was heterosexual. Hell, I didn't know what heterosexual was. I just knew I liked budding breasts and round basketball booties. That's what I liked. Nobody educated me on a damn thing.
Are you struggling with basketball booties, Mama Noise?
At least he did
I'm struggling with the fact that you guys are on here with a woman. And you talking like, women this and women that. Hold on. I think
Clean it up there.
I'm listening.
Clean it up.
All we supposed to do is that goes back to that. I always use the color purple. So you just saying, just get on up there and do your business.
Get them.
Because God only ordained for you to do your business. That's all you need to do is just do your business because y'all are man. So it doesn't matter what we want. So you want to drive, but then you be up there shaking your head.
I don't want dry nothing.
But what does it matter? All you want to do is get yours.
That's not true. I want moist cake. I want moist vagina.
Then maybe that's what the Rosie the Riveter. Maybe you needed a strong right hand. You need your strong right hand.
Why are you so hostile tonight?
Because I'm sitting there saying, how you just gonna take it from us and say, we have to because anatomically we have to ejaculate. So what? We'd like to do that too. We'd like to. And if you want to slow down, y'all don't know nothing about the.
Nobody said y'all didn't.
I mean, but it's like okay, just the man is the man has to. It's like okay, get to know your woman, get to know a woman, and discover some stuff.
Let's go real quick before she blows a fuse. Anybody on this panel disagree with what she's saying?
No.
Raise your hand. Nobody's disagreeing with you.
We got you
We're
back.
saying the evolution of sex and its original intent had nothing to do with the pleasure of a woman. That's all we're saying. The
No. That's all they're saying.
The purpose
of you guys saying that.
The purpose of reproducing had nothing to do with the woman having an orgasm. That's all we're saying. Nobody on this panel is saying women shouldn't have an orgasm. Nobody on this panel is saying that we don't want our women to be satisfied, pleased, and enjoy the experience as well as we did,
right?
Or do.
Well, Jay might be saying it because he's reckless. But the two of us, but the rest of us ain't saying that shit. And I am not saying that from the intent. The only thing was supposed to be reproduction. God is smarter than that. I think He put all of it there the first time, and He knew what He was doing from the very first time. He wanted everybody. Now
those weren't those that wasn't in the original instructions.
None of it was in the original instructions.
Exactly. All He said was, "Go ye therefore and multiply."
Yeah, but He didn't say what it was gonna feel like. He didn't say so.
Man, go make her feel like a natural woman.
So you don't okay, but you're right. You're right. Don't make you right anymore. It makes me right.
Lloyd, there's no word that He put ooh wee in that entire statement.
See, I think y'all playing God for a sucker. God is smarter than that.
God, we didn't say God was smarter than that, but Adam and Eve was not smarter.
Let me ask y'all a question. Correct. Hold on, Mama Knows. I got you. Don't even worry about it. Tara, I got you. Don't even worry about it. It's the design of the vagina, not one of the greatest designs ever created.
What's wrong with that?
That's my point.
But listen.
Wait, I'm not done. Wait a minute. Mama Noise. Tara, and any other lady that might be in the chat.
Here he go.
Would you also say that the male design is equally as wonderful?
It is equally as wonderful.
Come on now. Now, if you think
I'm just glad that I was born in this part of evolution or whatever y'all trying to use, so that I get to enjoy it fully.
I'm not saying that y'all are wrong.
Instead of it just being some old jackhammer, the way y'all describe it, like in other words, you're just supposed to be able to get what you want and then keep it moving.
I'm not saying there's not miscommunication.
What we're describing is what you guys were taught. Unfortunately, you were not taught to get pleasure. Women were never taught it's all about pleasure. They weren't taught that.
I bet you the first time a man heard a woman moaning and groaning, he was probably shocked as hell, like, whoa, what the fuck? She's possessed. Burn her at the stake.
The first time she did that leg shaking on iron rope behind her back, they probably burned her ass at the stake.
I don't believe that. Y'all talk like women are just out here in these streets.
They're going too far.
Salem witch trials probably had something to do with the first orgasm.
You said orgasm was witchcraft?
Hey,
hold on.
A man laid next to the woman and experienced her moaning and groaning and wiggling and ice cold tongue. Yeah.
Hold on. Twitter just came in and said, didn't Jesus ask where Mary was when he rose from the dead? He knew what a woman's worth was.
Oh, wow. Whoever that is, you need to suspend it for 30 days.
When you talk about God's original design, Mr. Noise, I'm with you. I understand what you're saying. But the reality is, for most women, regardless of how much porno we've seen and how much they like to have orgasms, and for most women, it still takes time and it's difficult to get there. It's not
a whole nother subject.
For a woman to have an orgasm. Most women.
That's a whole nother subject.
Well, no. You talk about original design. There was ovulation and ejaculation.
And penetration.
Those two
for reproduction. But we're talking.
Those two things had to happen.
Hold on. But you keep bringing in reproduction as if that was a part of the conversation that we were having. I never talked about, never not one time did I bring up reproduction. I said, do we need better understanding today of sex education? And the answer to that, we've all agreed, is yes.
I don't know if it's more sex education. Is it really sex education or more knowledge on you need to show pleasure to both?
That's education.
Say that
Is
again.
it? Because you talk about sex ed, you talk about you put the cylinder in the round hole. But what you talk about?
Not really round. It's like a little slit. It would have. Just.
But then
Never mind.
you talk about the
Hole
pleasure.
itself is round.
You start talking about
The actual hole, but you start with the slit, and then you gotta.
But talking about pleasure, but pleasure.
I don't want anybody confused on the show.
But pleasure
Are they confused? I don't think
the conversation. When you ever talk about sex, when you talk about with your family members, you've never talked about the pleasure of it. You talked about the mechanics,
right?
And you talked about the consequences,
right?
But that's what but see. Okay, so let's start. Let's stay there.
Okay, I was gonna say
let's stay there because I think that's a great place to build the rest of this conversation. You said we talk about the consequences and we talk about the mechanics. So that's the point that I'm making. There are a lot of things that are left out, which is creating all of these other vacuums of confusion. For example, why do you need a polyamorous situation? Why is there a need for that? Because it feels so. Because does that mean that your sexual activities are imbalanced? Like you are focused so much on pleasure that you're not thinking about reproduction and the consequences, like Ron is saying, and all the things that go along with that?
We need a poly, whatever that word is, relationships, because these women have become hoes.
Oh, hold on. Damn.
I can't co-sign that.
Damn. Listen. I throw it out.
I thought you were going to go with the math, man.
I throw it out there, and then I will back it up if women back it up.
I mean, if you want to try to back that up, but
ain't no try. Listen, men have been hoes for the entirety of existence. Okay, and we didn't have whatever you call them, relationships.
Polyamorous.
Yeah, they did. They had hoes. The same.
We don't say those kind of words in Mississippi. But hold on. Men have always done that back and forth between women. So this poly thing came about because now women want to be pleased in different ways, and he's a good man, but he can't provide this for me. That ain't why it's there, Ron.
Poly, I disagree with all of what you're saying.
Yeah, poly is not always around the sexual pleasure. What it is, it's literally most time it's one guy, two women. It's not always two women, one guy. Most people who get into poly relationships, I like to use the math scenario. It's not enough men out there for all the women that's out there, and that's why a lot of them get into a poly relationship. It's not all sexually driven.
How long has poly been around?
Around for a long time.
I mean, if you want to be technical, it's been around since Solomon.
Been around a bit of time.
It was called poly.
Well, it's called whoredom, but I mean,
okay then.
Harems, poly, a lot of religions still preach it today.
How long have we been?
We've only been using that term here in probably the last 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Why did we switch to that term?
Because niggas wanted to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And it's not just women.
It's
not just women. It's everybody. It's men and women. It's two men in a relationship with one woman, and then they got some shit going on with the two of them.
The same reason they started calling janitors custodial engineers.
Right.
It sounded better.
It sounded better. Exactly right. I don't know why we tried to make that complicated, Al. You're right.
Okay.
But that's my point. Not a lot of us don't even understand what it is and why it's necessary. And so maybe we all got to educate ourselves, because here's the other part. Here's the other reality and truth. There's some shit happening with our kids and around our kids that we have to address. We have to. We can't keep acting like it's not happening. It's happening. It's happening in their cartoons. It's happening on their TV shows. It's happening in their music. It's happening.
Y'all nailed it Friday. There's really should be no need for polyamorous relationships. Polygamy. You should be able to coach up your significant other to satisfy every desire and every need you have. You should be open with your significant other. Discuss it. Talk about it. This is what I like. This is what makes me feel good. Oh, you want to go a little deeper? No, not right there. Right here. Put your thumb here when you do this.
That was Friday, the 21 list.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. You should be able to coach up one person to satisfy all the desires that you have.
I have a question. So y'all like the thumb, the pressure on that?
That was just an example, you old dirty man.
I'm trying to figure out if I need to stop applying pressure.
No, you didn't read the list of 21.
Well, you need to ask her if she wants the thumb.
The list does not apply the same in each state. If you from Jackson, Mississippi, there's some things you might have to adjust and alter to fit the lifestyle of Jackson, Mississippi.
It is illegal in Jackson.
Oh my gosh.
State of Mississippi don't allow no thumbs.
And Tara said, to answer the question, yes.
Charles, you need to get off of this show. You too much for me. You too much, Charles.
Don't be talking about my soror. She is keeping it 100.
Charles said,
well, my wife has been cheated and she gonna continue to be cheated.
Just robbing that woman of pleasures.
I ain't around nobody's asshole. I don't touch my own asshole. Hell, I want to play with others.
And
wait a minute. That escalated quickly, and I don't think you heard that at all.
At all.
You did not.
You do wipe your ass, right? Like, let's make sure.
No.
Okay.
I have paper towel, toilet paper.
Okay, but I'm just saying, clean it up.
And he got his little booty thing that washes up the wash.
You got a bidet? Jay, you got a bidet?
Jay got a booty or whatever.
Shooting water.
Won't he do it? Oh, won't he do it?
Shoot that water up your ass. I ain't mad at you.
No.
I'm getting us a bidet.
No, we don't need a booty.
I'm getting water in. You don't have to have.
Go squish.
Nope.
Squish.
And we're gonna part them cheeks and
nope.
Right.
I don't want that. That's bananas.
However,
I do agree totally.
The right direction.
Right.
Okay. No. I agree with Al that you should be able to cultivate your person and what the things are that you like.
But you gotta be willing. He or she has to be willing to accept and willing to change.
I don't like the way you smile when you said that.
I mean,
you don't like it later, Big Daddy.
Have conversation. Let's talk about it.
We don't want to
Let's explore. Let's have an adventure.
That is fun too. So
I'm just saying. I mean,
Mama Noah, I'm gonna ask you a serious question.
Come on.
No. This is important. And this is general. I know it's a personal question, but it's general. No, it's seriously.
Lies.
No, listen, Ron.
I'm ready.
Don't do that.
Hold on, let me get my button ready.
I'm ready. Yeah, get it ready.
How long in general did it take for you while having sex to realize you were supposed to have an orgasm or to actually have an orgasm? How long did it take? Because it did not happen initially. I would think, okay. How many years went by before you realized, you know what? I'm supposed to be getting something too.
Can I amend or not change, but just add something to your question?
Okay.
And then Jay, is it okay? Mm-hmm. And then, were you expecting something your first encounter?
The first encounter was something I felt like. That's why I always use the color purple reference. I felt like that was something that I'm just supposed to do. It's going through the motion. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's how you felt your first time,
huh?
That's how you felt your first time.
Well, of course, because I did not have
all that pushback.
Because I said that was as a teenager, and I'm saying that I didn't have the type of relationship with my mom to be able to have the type of discussion as to what it was I'm supposed to do, instead of, every song is do it till you're satisfied, and every song is some type of love, let me love you down and all this stuff. And you sitting there going, man, well then I want that. I want to be loved down. I want to all of the stuff I hear. And then when you get to it, you're just like, man, okay, as a woman, I guess all I'm supposed to do is let you do your business and move on. I'm not supposed to get nothing out of it.
Can I ask you why you use your North Carolina voice every time you say it? Let me do your business.
Because that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel like that, and that's the reason why I'm so.
You feel like a whole Southern black woman? Is that what you
right?
Feels inside.
That's right. I feel like that's the way you're taught until you find something. First of all, because all of the myths of making love and stuff like that, you're like a young person saying, man, we better make love. And the make love is like, you just like, only person who benefits from this make love is him.
Gotcha.
Touche.
I don't get nothing out of this.
Now you can move on to Jay's. You did answer my question.
I mean, basically, she's answered it.
Well, I think Jay's was, how long was it before you realized, hey, there's more. There's more to this.
Also, Twitter would like to know, Jay, how is your bidet life? Because they're thinking about switching over.
Lowe's got them on sale. If you want to go get one from Lowe's, they got them on sale.
I mean, would you like to give a testimonial or?
Really, I don't talk out of my bathroom.
Touche.
I don't know.
Touche. That might be inappropriate. I don't know.
Although I was over there, it's a real nice bathroom.
I was sharing tonight too. She said,
he's already told us that he had toilet paper.
Oh, that is true. That is true. That is true. Because we had an extensive conversation about your shit. So let's move on.
After you read her statement, I want her to respond, and this will give her time to respond as you're reading her statement. So, what were you expecting your first time?
Okay, so my first time as a teenager was horrible. I broke up with him after that. My next encounter was what it should have been. However, my mom equipped us because she didn't want us to be teen moms, and wanted us aware of our bodies. What do you mean she equipped us? You got to explain that. Like, what did she tell y'all what to do, or?
So I'm curious to know, like,
talk you through it. Is she cheering you on? Like, what do you like?
For men, we most of us before our first sexual encounter, we had what is generically called wet dreams. So we knew that there was a tingling sensation, and then there was some liquid coming from the tip. So we knew what to expect our first time. Something's gonna feel good and tingly down there, and then something's gonna start spilling out. So I'm curious what women anticipate.
A good conversation.
We have tingling too.
You ain't got to roll.
Ain't nobody questioning whether or not you have a tingling.
You ain't got to do all that.
Look. It's too many.
I have to represent
too many y'all coming after one person.
No, but you ain't got to represent like that, angry black woman. You just.
I'm ready.
You are not walking. You are not walking down the Edmonton Bridge right now. Just calm down.
I think it's a great conversation.
We shall overcome.
So when it first happened, was it a total shock? Because it was not normal.
Oh wow! Look at this. Todd said her mom's first child was conceived because of the tingly and the spill out, no penetration. The badass sperm right there. Nigga found his way back into the hole and then made his way down.
A map, a shovel, and a flashlight.
Man,
he was like, "I will not be denied."
He was holding on for their life.
Yeah, you can write a movie about that. That'd be an interesting movie. And that thumbs up to TJ. So okay, listen. The only reason I knew something that would happen, I didn't know exactly what was going to happen in sex, but I did know
there was a feeling.
I did know something was going to happen because I had some my personal encouragement prior to sex. Prior to my first time, I had some personal encouragement.
Of course, and I was thinking even before that. Even before.
Oh, no, I didn't do nothing before
even
that.
Before you knew that, if I do this myself.
Right, I knew what was going to happen if I did it myself.
Have a much better result than rolling and squirming in the bed. Yeah.
Right. I didn't know what was going to happen with her, but when I did it myself, I enjoyed that considerably.
This This is a good conversation. No matter how angry Mama Noise gets, this is a good conversation.
Listen.
Mama Noise is not angry. She is animated.
She is animated.
She's living up to the bandana.
She's my own Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, wow.
Mama Noise.
Sir.
The first time, the big old hit. Did it like blow your mind because you wasn't expecting that to happen?
Yeah.
It was a shock.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means it was not normal. It was not it was not necessary.
What do you mean it wasn't normal?
It was cream on the top. I mean, it was.
Why you gotta say it wasn't necessary though?
That's all I'm saying.
But if you didn't know you were supposed to have them before you had the first one,
there you go.
How do you know it was necessary? That's basically what he's trying to ask you.
That's the point. Thank you, Ron.
I think she knew it was necessary when she had that first one. She's like,
but before,
this is the way it's supposed to be all this time.
But before that, he's asking the question. Before that,
wait a minute, y'all. That's not fair. Because don't nobody know tacos is good till you have some good ones.
Well, listen. Hold on to this question.
Shit.
Mama knows.
Bunch of niggas cooking bad fish, and then you finally get some good fish. That don't mean what the hell.
Mama knows. Do women? Can a woman enjoy sex without an orgasm?
Enjoy
sex. Now I understand you want your O, but can a woman enjoy sex without her orgasm? Just because you're breathing, we already know the answer.
Listen. Let me help by giving you some type of
she might
give a definition to help with the clarity of the situation. So, according to, let me just give you Google's definition to help y'all, so that you know.
Google that shit.
A woman's orgasm is when, first of all, a climax occurs when one experiences a few seconds of pelvic floor contractions. But an orgasm happens when you reach the relaxed state right before the climax.
So y'all niggas need to learn to relax then.
What is happening right
All I'm saying is that I feel for I grieve for women that have never had that experience.
Okay, because here's the problem with here's the problem with the premise of your question. It implies that if it's no different than having never tasted some type of food. If you've never had that food, you don't know that you're missing a great food. You just like, oh well, all the other foods are fine. This is fine.
Then let me ask the guys this question. Okay. Men, can you enjoy sex without an orgasm?
Yeah.
Thank you. What
are you thinking this for? Anybody said shit?
No, because we all know the freaking answer.
What's the freaking answer? What do you think the freaking answer is?
Come on now. Come on.
Sex. You're gonna enjoy.
Come on now. You ain't had sex unless you came.
But Lloyd, to kind of ask the cuz question though. But my dad wasn't around. But before you had your first wet dream, before you had your first nut, you didn't know anything about it, right?
Can I be honest? I don't remember none of the wet dreams. I probably had them. I just don't remember any of them.
But you didn't know nothing about them until you had them. You didn't know nothing about.
No, that's my point. I don't remember any of them.
Okay.
I don't even know if I ever had one.
Okay, so
I do remember that one night when I was in there and I stumbled down and I was like, "Oh, that feels good. Let's see what happens if I keep doing this."
But you didn't know. But did you know before you did that was going to happen?
No, I had no idea.
And women and Mama Noise are women taught up until they had their first one too. They needed to have one. I didn't know anything about having one.
But Ron, that's the point that I'm making. If you've never been taught or never been exposed to it, you don't know. There's an ignorance there, but that doesn't mean you don't need it. It just means you don't know about it.
Right. But because the question was, so you was having sex. The first time you had sex, you didn't know you needed to have an orgasm. You just know you needed to have sex.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I think somewhat similar to what guys are saying. Y'all stumbled down there or whatever. You felt that you needed to reach some type of point or whatever, we were, as young girls, we was rubbing it out, trying to figure out, the stimulation of what our reproductive organs, our vaginas would swell up, saying that we need some type of release and stuff too.
So then answer because the question. So you knew what you wanted to get into because you did something to yourself that got you.
You masturbated.
Well, I was trying not to throw it out there.
Oh, sorry.
Did you denounce your pastoral calling? I mean, you trying to be?
I was gonna say, all of a sudden, this ain't slide in procedures.
I'm just saying that the same type of masturbating that young men do, young girls do.
So you went into it as a young lady knowing, hey, I've already busted a nut once. So I'm about to have this relationship with this guy.
Assuming that, man, this is going to go to the next level once I have intercourse.
But here's the problem with the concept of what everybody's saying here. Masturbating, or as we like to call it on this show, this program, encouragement. Encouragement is completely different than sex. Not the same thing. So just because I can please myself don't mean when we get together, I can tell you what to do to get, because unless you're going to do exactly what I did to myself, then that's not, and then we call that sex. Maybe that's what we call it sex, but that's not sex.
But it's going into that relationship with the next person with that thought in your head. I want to get to that sensation level. When I got with the chick,
but can I be honest though, Ron? I don't know. And it sounds bad. This is going to sound horrible, but it's the truth, though.
Can it be?
I don't know if I had the clarity of thought that both things were going to happen.
Oh, I went to the whole thing knowing I wanted to get a nut. That was the whole.
Well, Cuz and Ron, we know the pastors will slide in our oaks, so that's just what it is.
Let me ask this serious question. Another serious question, Mama. No.
Serious question.
This is serious.
This is a serious question or a true question?
No. This is real.
Okay.
Many women, even now today, never squirt.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know the pleasure of ejaculation.
Okay.
So, just like an orgasm, some women believe that a squirt is absolutely necessary, but for the vast majority of women, they don't achieve that.
Right.
So, what's the difference? You
saying
have to have an orgasm as a woman. Should a man want to please you? Yes. Should a man want to take you there? Yes. Absolutely. I believe in it. I don't get up until my wife, okay, never mind. I believe that a woman should have an orgasm. My point is you don't have to have one.
That's a terrible point.
That's a terrible. Go ahead and just have regular old.
A terrible point is a useless.
And don't change positions. Don't do nothing different. Just have regular old missionary old sex.
Mama knows that's fine.
So, are we just supposed to tell women?
Many women think they're actually having orgasms and they're not having an orgasm.
So are we just supposed to tell women, look, this shit ain't guaranteed. So just
you come with a warning. You come with a warning label.
Right. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, but I ain't gonna make no promises here.
If they've had one or not, they were like, I don't know if I've had one or not. Some women don't know.
I think this is a horrible point you're making.
Some women don't know because they with someone that doesn't.
It's the truth, though.
If they with the type of person, if they with a basic person and they a basic person, all you're gonna get is basic sex.
Well, we was
but you're saying, but you keep referencing it in regards to reproduction and reproduction. I fundamentally disagree with the fact that sex is just for reproduction.
No, it's not.
But there are a lot of people that think that, and when you throw out things that you're saying like now, they will keep reiterating that, saying what's for reproduction. It's for, especially church folk. You know, they scared to get freaky anyway, or at least they tell us that. Mm-hmm. So when you say something like that, they lean on those realities of what reproduction is, and they don't go the extra mile. And then they in somebody's counseling office talking about, well, he didn't make me feel good.
I see that's my whole point. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, because it's not
all right.
It's not necessary. It should be.
Okay, girl.
You know, squirting does not define an orgasm. Squirting defines ejaculation.
Right.
It does not define an orgasm. You're correct. But men and women have never ejaculated. That's my point.
And they probably won't if they're with somebody that says missionary, missionary, missionary.
That statement is flawed to me because you're with who you're with. The problem now with women is they trying to find the one that's going to take them there. He ain't got to be no good nigga. He just got to be able to fuck me to get me there. Come on. That ain't what it's all about.
It's kind of about that.
What?
Like,
that's blowing my mind because I'm saying.
I don't know if that's true because you don't want to spend 30 years not coming.
I'm saying that blows my mind because that says, okay, y'all men are busy chasing all these Instagram chicks and they may not be able to do it either. But yeah, she got a big booty, she got breasts, and she got all that. Okay, well, what does that got to do with the sex?
So you advocating shopping around? Is that what you're doing?
Cuz, are you saying to me right now that if your wife couldn't get you there, you would stay?
You know, that statement doesn't make sense from a male standpoint.
That's what I asked you. I didn't ask you if the shit made sense at all. What I asked you was, it's not a dumb question. It ain't no dumber than the question you asked.
It is because a woman.
You want a woman to stay in a cumless marriage.
A woman does not have to get a man there.
What? You just need to let him have his right hand?
Oh. You done bought into the idea that she has to do all this and do all that to get you where you want to go. That's a lie. A woman doesn't have to do anything to get you where a man wants to go. Period.
Oh, well, then I'm glad you let us all know. Everybody in the chat, cuz say you ain't got to do all that.
Mama Noise. Cuz don't speak for everybody.
I just told the truth. I just told the truth.
And I'm going to, okay, that's the truth. That's the cuz truth.
Yeah, that's cuz truth. Don't. We're not using cuz rape methods. We're talking about.
No. That's not what he's talking. Again, it's for a male person. It's a feeling. As long as you can get that feeling, and you can think about it hard enough, you could probably get that feeling.
Then you know what? Then thumbs up and kudos then. Because ain't nobody got to do all that. We had Dr. Smith on here on Saturday night. It was talking about the lady to come and deliver the toys and stuff to your house and stuff like Avon and stuff. And ain't no need because y'all don't need no help. Y'all can do it all by yourself.
I didn't say that, Mama Noise. I want to be very clear.
Mama Noise, the point he's making is...
Ain't that what they call them fantasy parties?
Yes.
That's right. Ain't no need. Ain't no need for the sprays. Ain't no need for the powders. Ain't no need for the feathers. Ain't no need for all that. Just go ahead. You got your best friend, your right hand.
Mama Noise, what he's saying is it doesn't take a lot for a man to get to the point that he's got a bust one.
And I appreciate you confirming that it don't take much. So then why do we give it all the effort?
Because y'all trying to get y'all one.
What?
Okay. I understand what cuz is trying to say, but I just fundamentally reject the premises. I fundamentally reject the premises of slide in missionary pastor.
You can reject all you want to. It's the truth.
But it's
not the truth. Everybody hear that shit. It's not necessary for everybody.
It's the truth. We just don't want people to know the truth. But it's
I am so glad you cleared that up. Tyra, did y'all get that?
Mama Noise, don't listen to this.
We ain't got to do.
Mama
Jay has set us all free.
You now pick the president. You're fine. Keep doing
Jay has set us all free. We are golden. We ain't got to go through all of the rigmarole.
Mama Noise, we never set y'all free. Y'all always knew this. Women always
no.
I don't agree with that.
I don't think we always knew this, but I'm glad that I know now.
Mama Noise, don't listen to them.
Hold on. So women know what they can do to make a guy have a nut.
Yes, quick. Yeah,
quick. Mm-hmm. Every woman knows.
Yeah, should. Yeah,
and they tell you in songs today what to do. They show you on TV what to do. Every woman knows.
What TV show is it? I don't remember this TV show.
Send the link. Send the link.
Yeah, send the link to the TV show because I didn't know it was a TV show.
But they show you everything that you need to do. And a lot of times it ain't much.
I don't agree with nothing y'all saying. But y'all did confirm the fact that we need better sex education. Now that is for sure. What the hell are they talking about tonight?
And the funny thing is, it's because we don't mess up Lloyd's happy home because he's got some things.
You're not messing with my happy home. I'm over here texting my wife right now. Don't you believe it?
Let me say this, and then I'm gonna shut up and let Al B go. It's sad that in society, men have convinced women that they have to do A, B, C, X, Y, and Z in order for him to be pleased.
Yes,
let me tell you something. That's a lie. That's a lie. Now, if you do A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and he enjoys it, great. That's you all's bedroom. But it does not take all of that for a man to bust a nut.
Let me be clear, ladies, about what the truth is. If you bring in a Miss Silly energy, your ass is gonna be single.
Let me say this. Before you figured out how to have sex, grown woman, you was a young lady and didn't know what you was doing, and he was still busting a nut.
And you know why what Jay says is true? Because you can do it your damn self. The things you asking for her, you're not gonna do for yourself.
Did we marry our wives because they were equal to what we did for ourselves? I'm just saying. Did any of you marry your wives because they matched the intensity that you gave yourself?
Did any of us marry our wives for the tricks they can do in the bedroom?
Nope.
I certainly hope not.
Nope.
I hope not.
Nope.
Nope.
In fact, get your ass down from there before you fall and hurt your damn self. Come on down here.
Tar, I'm not listening to these ninjas. I am not co-signing nothing, and neither is Noise Media and Entertainment. We are these are three individuals. Look, thank you, Anthony. Check his phone. Thank you, Anthony. You could have said it better myself. But this is a fantastic discussion. But even if Jay is wrong, the fact that we need this kind of conversation is important.
Right.
And here's the other caveat that I want to add in because I know we're running out of time. We need constant and consistent and continual sex education. That's where the real problem lies because we're not talking about it all the way through through life, and so it's a lot of the frustrations that people have and the angry black woman that's at your job because she ain't getting none and she don't masturbate well.
Tell parents stop being scared to talk to their kids about it, man. They got to stop being scared.
But it's not even parents, Ron. It's everybody. It's the mean old lady at your job, the mean white lady that come in with an attitude every day. If she had one good, let me tell you something. Eddie Murphy had a joke in Raw, and it was funny, but it really was truthful. He said, "There's not a woman in this room that wouldn't like to sit on a stifle right now over this comedy show."
Mm-hmm.
What? And he said, "There's not a woman in this room that wouldn't like to exchange this comedy show for sitting on a stiff one."
Exchange
a penis, Mama Noise, a penis.
No, I know that. I'm saying
right.
this comedy show.
Right. In other words, he was saying,
you'd rather be having sex than watching this guy.
You'd rather be having sex than doing anything else. And then he said, "Oh, he's funny, but he ain't that funny." He's like, right, this market of women. And it's the truth. We all know. I've literally thought about some women in church sometime and go, you know what? If you had a man, you probably wouldn't be this evil. Mm-hmm. If somebody could just blow your back out one time,
I believe it.
You might be a little nicer, but you don't have nobody do that, and you're not blowing your own back out, so you just stuck.
Or you think you're not supposed to?
She backed up.
She backed up. She just got.
She constipated.
Her eggs is in there like it's Black Friday. They just in there tight and can't move.
when I was at this Zoom conference and they had all these Christian women talking about sex and stuff, it was blowing my mind because they feel like they're not supposed to. They feel like I'm a Christian woman and I'm not supposed to masturbate. I'm not supposed to have an orgasm. I'm not supposed to. All I'm supposed to do is procreate.
So how much is it, Mama Noise, that a woman? Damn, I'm trying to think. How can I say this without? How much is it part of the woman's responsibility to help her get her nut?
Oh man, what a question.
Or do we save that till the Saturday show?
What was the question?
Are we doing? We never really officially decided. Are we doing that this Saturday? Are we doing it?
We can.
We gotta get a couple more women on. We can't just be ganging up on.
Yeah, we gotta get some women on. Al, are you game for it?
Al done left the building.
No,
you just can't bring Charlotte's ass on the goddamn show. I know him.
Wait a minute. How you gonna say who we can't bring?
Her pumpkin seed eating ass.
Wasn't she one of the
damn?
Wasn't she one of the original contributors on Friday?
She was.
She was in the chat though. She ain't really contributing. She's scary.
She's not gonna do it. She's not gonna do it. She likes it. There's a couple of people that like to, use the chat as the honeycomb hideout. You
can't be scared. You got to come on with it.
Like, I'm not trying to be on her so you can see the person who's actually saying what it is that they're saying. So
all you gotta do is black your screen like Jay-Z is, and you can still be on there. We ain't gonna see your face. You ain't gotta be scared.
No, you can't do that, man. Don't be no punk.
Yeah.
Come here and have the conversation.
And be like,
we all in here butt ass naked, like Jay say, and so then you gonna come here with a robe on. No.
So Tyra said we gotta have some skin in the game. I understand we have some skin in the game, but how much skin in the game do you gotta have me? Is it 50-50? 70?
In order to do what now? What was the question again?
In order to bust your nut. How much responsibility is on the man versus how much responsibility on the woman?
No, she said it's her responsibility to be fully engaged. Yeah.
But then at the same time, it depends on, are we talking about, because for me, it's like, so if you in it where you just like I'm gonna have the mindset of what I've heard you guys say here on many times that if you don't get yours, then buzz it up now, go ahead and get it. If you don't get yours, I'm getting mine, and all that old type of stuff. Then you coming in with a mindset of, I got mine. How you feel if the woman says, got mine? Appreciate it and roll over, then there you are still standing at attention looking all silly like so what I'm supposed to do with the rest of this? Go ahead and finish it. You got your right hand right there, go on and get it. You don't need me to finish.
Why are you assuming that some guys aren't ambidextric? Like you keep going to the right hand.
I'm just
maybe
saying.
brother can toss it out with the left. Don't do that, mama.
Well, I'm just saying
righty lefty.
Y'all
but again, is it 50-50 where 50% of the responsibility is on the man and the other 50% of the responsibility is on the woman? Or does the woman have more of a play to ensure that she gets hers?
I think they're working.
First, let's clarify. We don't believe here in Noise Media in 50-50. 50-50 is half-ass.
That's right. Bring your ass, nigga.
100-100.
100-100. There you go. 100-100.
That we're both collectively we've come together on one accord to reach.
We together on this. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be one.
But like without the two dudes, though.
Yeah, we're bringing this together as one. And that's why I was talking about the communication. I know that at some point, some of the guys were saying, the communication. Listen, you do have to have communication to talk about what it is that you want. If that's the case, y'all just going at it and you don't care what each other gets. The goal is that both people be satisfied.
Don't let Jay talk you out of a nut, ladies.
We want you to get your nut.
Get your nut. Sometimes you feel
like little squirrels in the fall. Get your nut. Get your nut. Get your nut.
If it was designed for a woman to have an orgasm every time, then it looks like the system would have made it a little bit easier for her to get hers.
But Jay, maybe it is easy. We just lazy as hell.
Well, it is easy in my house because I know where to go. I don't meander around the road. I go straight to the point. But anyway.
But that is true though.
Once I get mine.
Guess you super nigga then.
Well, no. I've been married to the same woman for a long time.
Right.
Once I get mine, listen, you are shit out of luck.
Wow, gangster.
Something's gonna happen when I get mine. You're gonna have to catch me on the rebound.
Oh, they're gonna have to get you some penis rings or something because you ain't ready to roll back over and act like it's over with because you done got yours.
Damn.
No ring because once I get mine, you are shit out of luck.
Wow.
So the system was designed not very friendly towards a woman's.
I don't think that's true. I think that's just what we've created.
That is true.
True. I think it's what we've created.
It's a lot of mystery in a woman's orgasm. There's a lot of.
Sound like you just don't have enough relaxation. According to Mom Noise, you got to relax.
You didn't talk to me long enough. You didn't rub me long enough. You didn't, because the truth of the matter is, it's not all about penetration for a woman to come.
I admit the shit can be sometimes like solving a Rubik's Cube, but that's okay. I like Rubik's Cubes.
So now you done found admitted to something, huh?
First of all, I never not admitted to it. Nigga. What I said was, with your rearranging the facts, black ass, that you try to say it ain't important, and it's important.
It is important.
It's very important.
It is important for a woman to have an orgasm. It's not necessary.
It's important and necessary.
The great Bishop, what was it? What was the song? Well, relax. Don't do it. How you want to come?
Relax.
Relax. Don't do that.
You just need to relax. The Bishop, Frankie goes to Hollywood.
Frankie goes to Hollywood.
What the hell Tara trying to say over there?
He said, you want to keep her, Jay. Whatever she wants, make sure she gets it.
She said, keep my wife.
You think she's just sticking around because of your winning personality?
If my wife's sticking around because of sex, she should have been gone a long time ago.
That ain't what you said. You said you King Dingley.
Miss Jordan knows she got
Ackerman back in the middle of the pools at the church and everything. That's
Listen, a woman can bust a nut or have sex with anybody she wants, to a degree. To a degree. A woman can get sex. If my wife is with me for sex, she's with the wrong nigga because it ain't about sex for us. Now, sex is important. Don't misunderstand me, but now it ain't about sex.
Well, hell, you told us it wasn't even about love. It's about building.
It ain't about love. It ain't about love.
We gotta go. Oh my God, we gotta go.
It's all about Al. It's all about peace.
Damn right.
It's all about peace.
Peace. And what was that? What was that? In fritters? Is that what she made? The fritters?
Peace, love, and busting a nut. Is that goes in that order?
And some conch fritters.
Conch fritters, yeah. Peace, love, and conch fritters. And if she gets a nut, then
it's extra cherry on top.
She got lucky that night.
But Mom would say them Bush Trail. They was probably. I'm telling you,
it's like a race on Saturdays. The tortoise in the hare. Whoever gets there first, you better get up.
Hurry your ass up.
I thought it was more like double dutch. Like if I jump out these ropes and you jump with me, you gotta.
We both can't go over down the road at 65, and all of a sudden your ass gonna try to slow down.
Oh my God, this is one of the best podcasts ever created. Let me just tell you.
You're gonna traumatize somebody's kid. Somebody's kid was listening to this.
I give a warning every week. Don't let your kids listen to this. This is not for them.
Mama.
Yeah, but you be singing it when it first comes on. You don't say, this is a disclaimer or a warning.
Well, I'm trying to keep it light. I don't want to keep it, I don't want to make it tense.
No, it's just like the drug commercials. They don't just blatantly throw it out there. They
right.
hide it behind something.
I could do a fast talk.
This makes
don't
to grow behind your eyeballs.
And listen, what Tara said is correct.
What part of
What did she say? Lloyd didn't put it up, so we didn't see it.
Which one are you talking about?
That right there. That right there.
Why is your ass in the chat?
That's correct. That's correct. I couldn't agree with her more.
Well, then why are we talking this conversation then?
Couldn't agree with her more.
All right, listen. Mama Noise in the morning is going have an interview with Laura Lala Key, the realty goddess. They're gonna talk real estate and all that good stuff. So if you got questions about
home ownership,
or what to do with your house, or how to get some equity out of your house, or how to sell your house and get a bigger house, or how to turn it into a whorehouse, whatever you want to do with your house.
No, we didn't say that.
That's not one of the topics?
No.
That's tomorrow morning. What time?
The old time, 11:15
Central.
Because I'm gonna have to come on. I'm gonna have to listen in on that show.
Yeah, listen in.
Yeah, I need some.
He's got 20 years experience.
I need information on commercial properties. That's what I need information on.
She's bringing it.
I know a lot about real estate, but right now this market is so crazy. I got some questions.
Well, you might have to bring your questions, and I'm sure she would love.
It's definitely a seller's market, not a buyer's market.
Right. So even if you sell, you ain't got nowhere to buy. I mean, so what's the point of selling? Shit.
Right.
It's so hard.
Yeah, man, because we need a bigger building fund, bigger churches. We getting a lot of people coming and sliding.
Yeah, you can only have so many stripper poles across the front of the church.
I mean, they come in, they coming out. I mean, they coming in.
You gotta get something bigger. Plus, the ceilings are too high. The ceilings are too high. You can't have like a 90-foot stripper pole. That's weird.
Well, the ceiling sagging, the ceiling sagging, and the strobe lights are kind of putting wear and tear on the trusses. So
Pastor, I don't know, but I've been trying to fight them poles off. I've been trying to get them to get back, but they keep coming.
You know, I try to get you to build a second story so we can, have the young crowd upstairs and the older crowd downstairs.
Unbelievable.
Y'all have strippers up in the top part of the church, and where's that called? The loft.
They're gonna be zip lining from the balcony.
Lloyd, that's the room to heaven. The room to heaven.
the boom boom room.
I'm gonna steer clear of that stairway.
Yeah, I don't need it. I feel like y'all would charge me more in my tithes and offering. The draft is tomorrow night, and then the second
draft was Thursday.
ACC. Well, we got draft preview show. Yeah, fantasy draft preview show.
Because you got Adrian going first. You think he's going first?
Adrian?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Not only do I not think so, I don't think he should go first. I've actually watched. Y'all think I'd be joking, but I'll be watching these folk tape, and when I see him play, he's a good player, but I don't know if he's a great edge rusher yet.
Not yet.
I don't think he's a great edge rusher yet.
But y'all, you New York Giants, y'all picked number 7.
We picked twice. We picked 4 and 7, I think it is.
4 and 7.
Yeah, they're gonna get a water boy and then a new.
They'll trade one of those if they smart.
You guys might have a decent. Oh man, a decent shot.
We're in a good situation to turn things around, but we'll see.
They're going for a quarterback.
Listen, Ron, don't do this. Don't break up a happy home.
Hey, look, I'll give you Nick Foles for that number 7 pick.
Ron, listen to me.
Oh no, don't do that.
I'm gonna be very clear about what I'm about to say, Ron. You said Nick Foles. What I heard you say?
Nick Foles for that 7 pick.
For the 7 pick, okay.
Hell no, can't do that.
Better than what you got.
I don't know.
He can run 80 yards and not fall.
We got him some new shoes the other day. He's fine.
Okay. Change out his cleats.
Take
him out the track cleats.
So, after the draft, you gonna stop acting so depressed and down and all melancholy and shit. You gonna come back to this side?
First of all, I'm fine.
No.
Y'all ain't got no players either.
This Ron just brought up the quarterback and I brought up the picks. You seem to be little.
I'm fine, sir. Thank you.
Like you need some serotonin or something. What's going on?
First of all, I don't need Sarah to do shit for me.
His is called Kenyatta.
Woo! Y'all, it's hot. It's hot in my house. That's why I keep fanning. It's hot up in here.
You know, cheap ass need to turn their on.
Wow, that escalated quickly. I didn't see that coming at all.
My AC broke on me. My AC.
Oh, well then I retract my statement and I'll send my condolences.
Yeah, my
because I hate to be hot.
Yeah, I hate
downstairs unit, bro. The AC.
I would hate to be hot.
All that.
Kim, as we exit, can we shout out that young lady? I just got the notification about an hour ago.
What young lady?
The young lady that was shot earlier this month 10 times. She was like a all McDonald's all American.
The from US is it USC?
Aaliyah Gales.
What happened?
She was shot like 10 times at a party.
Yeah.
She signed a letter of intent with USC today. A national letter of intent.
Oh wow, that's awesome!
So shout out to that young lady.
Shout out to her! Congratulations! Wow, wow.
She got shot more times than 50 Cent.
Is she dead?
She just signed a letter of intent today.
I thought that was done before. I apologize. Okay.
Oh,
she was shot 10 times and she survived.
She was shot 10 times like mid-April.
That nigga was using a pellet gun or what?
I mean,
listen, she's a rider. She's a G.
Hey, she that's got a grace.
That reminds me of the guy, and we may be too close to it, but I hope we're far enough away. The guy that shot all the people on the subway.
What about him?
You ever been on the subway?
No, I haven't.
That's the definition of close quarters. Close quarters. You are really you right up in their own people, and you shot. What did you shoot? 15 people?
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to you.
And
we've been on the train. We've been on the train like here. Just similar.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
And nobody died. You obviously can't shoot.
Well, we glad about that, aren't we? You saying that like
you shoot somebody 10 times and they don't die?
We ain't shoot the same person.
No, she was shot 10 times.
She was shot 10 times.
Oh, she was shot. Right.
Yeah. I said she was shot more than 50 Cent.
Yeah, she had to have 3 or 4 surgeries.
Wow.
That is
one of 4 people in total that were shot at this party.
Yeah.
That is a true definition of a miracle, man. That is a
no doubt.
Yeah, no question. I do want to acknowledge what Chad said. Not though I don't know a lot of people who really know who this guy is, but Andrew Woolfolk, who was the saxophonist for Earth, Wind, and Fire, did pass away at age 71.
The Elements, baby.
Yeah. So Thursday will definitely be like Black Friday because we won't, although because we won't be here Friday. So
what's going on Friday?
We have to go to a wedding.
Oh.
The wedding of young Wesley Smith, Dr. Smith's nephew.
He came on the show.
He did.
I thought about walking my wife down the aisle again because we didn't do it the first time.
Well, your black ass better send out invitations.
We did Justice of the Peace the first time, so I was thinking a good woman deserves a good wedding.
There you
How
go.
many years?
Huh?
How many years has it been?
Oh shit.
30.
31.
Are you doing it just so you can have another honeymoon?
No, because the first honeymoon didn't go that well.
What'd you do wrong?
Don't do.
Why'd you walk into it? You just walked into it.
I'm gonna leave your ass in the middle of the story.
All right, save it to Thursday. How about that?
I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing to it. We just didn't do nothing. We ate crab legs and fell asleep. That's all we did. We didn't do anything.
You could be tired.
You called crabs. What?
I
What
don't
did he say? What did he say?
Ooh, you tired, ain't you? You tired, ain't you?
Tara, I know. I don't know why.
I don't know, Tara, because it's something in me. It just be.
You knew what was coming.
So
bro.
y'all spent the whole wedding night looking for emergency rooms to get penicillin because you had case of the crabs.
They don't give you penicillin for crabs.
I wouldn't know, but I'm just asking. I'm trying.
How do you know that?
I know because I've had crabs and everything.
Okay, I don't.
Is it like them crabs that's similar to the ones in that commercial with LeBron James? Would it be?
Nope. I don't want to know that.
You know you're from Mississippi. You know it's all about that gasoline.
Are they actual crabs?
Yeah, they're bugs.
I can't. Oh my gosh, this is awful.
Yeah, bugs crawling around your penis.
Madangling, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That seems wildly uncomfortable.
Could you?
That is the definition of crusty crab. I'm gonna call you SpongeBob. Hey, SpongeBob. Hey, SpongeBob. The crusty crab.
It just seem right. It just
unbelievable.
How do you explain that to somebody?
No,
like when you go to
I've never had crabs.
True story.
I often thought I would get crabs, but not from sex.
What else you gonna get it from?
Don't.
No,
I got it. I got it. We definitely got to end the show now because I will not go down that road with you at all. So with that being said, that is Mama Noise. That is Roy. That is Happy. That's good. We'll see y'all Wednesday during the day and Thursday night on Talkin Noise. Y'all have a good one. I'm not touching that.